Newly released FBI documents reveal that President Trump called the Palm Beach Police Department in 2006 to thank them for investigating Jeffrey Epstein and warned them that Ghislaine Maxwell is evil and they should focus on her. The FBI interviewed former Police Chief Michael Reiter in 2019, who confirmed Trump said, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this." Trump also told police he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present and got the hell out of there. This directly contradicts claims that Trump was complicit in Epstein's crimes, but the DOJ is now saying they have no corroborating evidence of the call. Stay with me because these FBI documents could completely rewrite the narrative about Trump's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. What's up, everyone? Marcus Reed here with Senate Decoded, where I break down bombshell revelations from the Jeffrey Epstein files. Real quick, if you want coverage of newly released Epstein documents, what Trump actually knew about Epstein's crimes, and whether these FBI files prove Trump tried to stop Epstein decades ago, hit that subscribe button right now. The Epstein story keeps getting more explosive. All right, here's what just came out. Among the millions of Epstein files released by the Department of Justice, there's an FBI document from a 2019 interview with former Palm Beach Police Chief Michael Reiter. Reiter says Trump called the police department in July 2006, right in the middle of their Epstein investigation, to thank them for stopping Epstein. Trump allegedly told police people in New York knew Epstein was disgusting. Trump called Ghislaine Maxwell evil and told police to focus on her because she is Epstein's operative. Trump said he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present and he got the hell out of there. Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out they were investigating Epstein. But the DOJ just said they have no corroborating evidence of the call, raising questions about the document's credibility. I'm breaking down what the FBI document actually says, who Michael Reiter is and why he's credible, what this means for Trump's Epstein connection, why the DOJ is pushing back, and whether these documents prove Trump tried to expose Epstein or if this is damage control. Let's get into it. Let's start with exactly what this FBI document says, word for word, because the details matter. The FBI document, among the millions of Epstein files released by the DOJ after Trump signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act in November 2025, there's an FBI interview summary from 2019. The interview was with a redacted person whose name was blacked out, but the Miami Herald confirmed it was Michael Reiter, who served as Palm Beach Police Chief from 2001 to 2009. Trump's thank you call, the FBI document reads, Trump called the PBPD, Palm Beach Police Department, to tell him, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this." Let's break this down. Trump called. Trump initiated contact with police. Thank goodness you're stopping him. Trump was relieved Epstein was being investigated. Everyone has known he's been doing this. Trump knew about Epstein's crimes and says others did too. This suggests Trump was aware of Epstein's abuse and supported the police investigation. New York knew. The document continues. Trump told him people in New York knew Epstein was disgusting. Translation: Epstein's reputation as a predator was known in wealthy New York circles where both Trump and Epstein operated. Focus on evil Maxwell. This is the most significant part. Trump said Maxwell was Epstein's operative, she is evil, and to focus on her. Let's analyze this. Maxwell was Epstein's operative. Trump understood Maxwell's role in recruiting and trafficking. She is evil. Strong moral condemnation. Focus on her. Trump was directing police attention to Maxwell as key to the operation. This was in 2006, 15 years before Maxwell was finally arrested in 2020. Trump got the hell out. Trump told redacted that he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present, and Trump got the hell out of there. This corroborates Trump's long-standing claim that he saw something inappropriate involving teenagers. He immediately left. This is when he cut ties with Epstein first to call. Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out that they were investigating Epstein. Significance: Trump proactively reached out to police, not the other way around. Banned from Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump told redacted that he threw Epstein out of his club. This backs up Trump's claim that he banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago in the mid-2000s. According to Michael Reiter's confirmation to the Miami Herald, Trump's call came in July 2006. Timeline context: 2005, Palm Beach police begin investigating Epstein after a mother reports her 14-year-old daughter was molested 2005 to 2006. Investigation uncovers multiple victims July 2006. Trump calls to thank police and warn about Maxwell. 2008, Epstein gets sweetheart plea deal, only 13 months in jail with work release. 2019, Epstein arrested again. 2019, Epstein dies in jail. Official ruling, suicide. 2019, FBI interviews. Reiter about Trump's call, 2021. Maxwell convicted, 2026. FBI document released publicly. So Trump's call came during the active investigation, before Epstein was even charged. Now let's examine who Michael Reiter is, because his credibility is crucial to this story. Michael Reiter's background: position: Police Chief of Palm Beach, Florida from 2001 to 2009. Why this matters: Palm Beach is where Epstein had his mansion. Epstein's abuse primarily occurred there. Reiter personally oversaw the Epstein investigation. He dealt directly with victims, evidence, and the FBI Reiter's role in the Epstein investigation. In 2005, Reiter's department received a call from a mother saying her 14-year-old daughter had been molested by Jeffrey Epstein. What Reiter did: launched full investigation, assigned detectives to interview victims, uncovered dozens of additional victims, built a criminal case, contacted FBI, pushed for serious charges. Reiter's frustration: Reiter became one of the most vocal critics of the 2008 sweetheart plea deal that let Epstein off with only 13 months. He publicly said, "The victims were betrayed. Federal prosecutors caved to pressure. Epstein should have faced decades in prison." Someone powerful protected Epstein. Reiter wrote a book, The Epstein Case, a police chief's personal account documenting the investigation. So Reiter is a law enforcement professional with direct knowledge, someone who fought to hold Epstein accountable, a critic of the cover-up, not someone protecting Trump or Epstein, a credible witness. Why Reiter would remember Trump's call: think about it from Reiter's perspective. In 2006, you're investigating a billionaire financier for child sex trafficking. It's a massive case. You're getting pressure from powerful people to drop it. Then Donald Trump, one of the most famous billionaires in America, calls you personally to thank you for the investigation, tell you Epstein is disgusting, warn you about Maxwell being evil, direct you to focus on her. You would remember that call for the rest of your life. Reiter's confirmation: the Miami Herald reports that Reiter confirmed he was interviewed by the FBI in 2019. Trump did call the police department in July 2006. The FBI document accurately reflects what he told them. Reiter's current position: Reiter now runs a security and crisis management firm called Michael Reiter and Associates. When Fox News contacted him for comment on this story, Reiter declined to comment, possibly because he doesn't want to be dragged into political controversy. He's already said everything in his FBI interview. He's tired of the Epstein story after fighting it for 20 years. He wants to protect his current business. Reiter has nothing to gain from lying. Important point: Reiter is not a Trump supporter or donor based on public records. He's a career law enforcement officer who investigated Epstein regardless of who was connected. He has no incentive to fabricate a story about Trump helping the investigation. In fact, if anything, claiming Trump helped could hurt Reiter's credibility with people who hate Trump. My assessment of Reiter's credibility: highly credible because direct knowledge. Was the police chief. Contemporary account. Told FBI in 2019, not recently. Corroborates Trump's long-standing claims. No apparent motive to lie. Professional reputation to protect. Now let's talk about what this FBI document means for the narrative about Trump and Epstein. The previous narrative. For years, Trump's critics have argued: Claim 1, Trump was friends with Epstein and knew about his crimes but said nothing. Claim 2, Trump participated in Epstein's abuse. Claim 3, Trump only distanced himself from Epstein when it became politically necessary. Claim 4, Trump is covering up his involvement. This FBI document challenges all of those claims. What the document shows: Trump did say something far from staying silent. Trump called police to thank them, said everyone has known he's been doing this, encouraged the investigation, was one of the very first people to call Trump, got the hell out. Trump told Reiter he was around Epstein when teenagers were present and immediately left. This suggests Trump saw something inappropriate. Trump removed himself from the situation. Trump did not participate. Trump cut ties before it was politically necessary. The call was in July 2006. Trump didn't run for president until 2015, 9 years later. In 2006, Trump had no political career, no need to distance himself publicly, nothing to gain politically from helping the investigation. So the claim that Trump only turned on Epstein for political reasons doesn't hold up. Trump tried to expose Epstein by warning police to focus on Maxwell and calling her evil. Trump was actively helping the investigation. Trump's long-standing claims corroborated. For years, Trump has said, I banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. FBI document confirms Donald Trump told Redacted that he threw Epstein out of his club. I saw something and got out of there. FBI document confirms Trump told Redacted that he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present and Trump got the hell out of there. I knew he was bad news. FBI document confirms Trump called Epstein disgusting and Maxwell evil. So Trump's version of events is backed by a contemporaneous FBI interview with the police chief who investigated Epstein. The 2002 Trump quote: remember, in 2002, before the investigation even started, Trump told New York Magazine, I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. Trump's critics point to this as proof Trump knew about Epstein's crimes. But Trump defenders say younger side could mean 20s, younger than Trump. This was before Trump knew the full extent. Trump later completely turned on Epstein. The FBI document suggests that by 2006, Trump fully understood what Epstein was doing and actively supported stopping him. What about flight logs? Critics often cite Epstein's flight logs showing Trump flew on his plane. The evidence. Trump appeared on flight logs for domestic flights, Florida to New York. No evidence Trump went to Epstein's island. No evidence Trump was on international trips with Epstein. This is very different from Bill Clinton, who flew on Lolita Express at least 26 times, went to Africa, Asia, Europe with Epstein. Some flights without Secret Service. Multiple visits documented. Trump's flights appear to be casual, hitching a ride, rather than being part of Epstein's operation. The photo evidence. Yes, there are photos of Trump with Epstein at parties in the 1990s, 2000s, but they were both wealthy New Yorkers in same social circles, photos at public events, charity galas, parties, no photos from private settings, no photos from Epstein's island or mansions being photographed together at a party participating in sex trafficking. My analysis. Based on this FBI document and other evidence, what Trump did right: called police to support Epstein investigation, warned about Maxwell being evil, prescient, as she was later convicted, banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago, got the hell out when he saw teenagers present, cut ties years before political career, what's still questionable, 2002, younger side comment, why associate with Epstein at all if he was disgusting? Why not go to police before the investigation started if everyone knew? Here's where it gets complicated. The DOJ just pushed back on this FBI document. The DOJ's statement: when Fox News asked for comment, a Department of Justice official said Tuesday, "We are not aware of any corroborating evidence that the president contacted law enforcement 20 years ago." Let's analyze this very carefully. What the DOJ did not say: the document is fake. Reiter is lying. This never happened. We investigated and found no evidence. What the DOJ did say: not aware of any corroborating evidence. Translation: we haven't found other evidence confirming the call, but we're not saying it didn't happen. Why would the DOJ say this? Covering their ass. The DOJ just released this document as part of millions of Epstein files. Now it's being used to defend Trump against Epstein allegations. The DOJ may be trying to distance themselves from the political implications, avoid appearing to help Trump preemptively defend against accusations of bias. Genuinely no other evidence. The call was 20 years ago, 2006. Possible that no recording exists, no written log of the call, only Reiter's memory, no other witness, but absence of corroborating evidence it didn't happen. Protecting the investigation. Maybe there is corroborating evidence, but it's classified. It's part of ongoing investigations. It could compromise sources or methods. DOJ can't publicly confirm political CYA. The DOJ is led by Trump-appointed officials. They may be saying no corroborating evidence to avoid appearance of partisan protection. Let the document speak for itself. Not overcommit to Trump's defense. What is corroborating evidence? The DOJ says they don't have corroborating evidence. But actually, we do have corroboration. Reiter's contemporaneous account. Reiter told the FBI in 2019, just months after Epstein's death, about Trump's 2006 call. This was before Trump's 2024 re-election. Current political climate, any reason to fabricate to help Trump. So Reiter's account is contemporaneous, told when it happened or shortly after, then recorded in 2019. Trump's public statements. Trump has been saying for years he banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. He saw something and left. He knew Epstein was bad. These public statements match what Reiter says Trump told police in 2006. If Trump were lying, his story and Reiter's account wouldn't align so perfectly. Trump's cooperation. According to attorney Bradley Edwards, who represented Epstein victims, in 2009, Trump was the only important person who cooperated with lawyers representing Epstein's victims. Edwards said Trump answered questions, provided information voluntarily, didn't try to hide anything, was helpful. This corroborates the claim that Trump wanted Epstein stopped. Timeline makes sense. Trump banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago around 2007-2008. Timing varies in reports. The police investigation began in 2005. Trump's July 2006 call fits perfectly in this timeline. 2005. Investigation starts 2006. Trump calls to support investigation. 2007, 2008. Trump bans Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. 2008. Epstein convicted, weak sentence. The timeline is consistent and logical. Why would the DOJ want to downplay this? Protecting Biden-era investigations. This FBI document is from a 2019 interview during the Trump administration, but conducted by FBI officials who may have been holdovers. The current DOJ, Trump's DOJ, may not want to appear to be whitewashing the Epstein investigation. Avoiding political weaponization. If the DOJ fully endorsed this document, it becomes Trump's DOJ exonerates Trump using Epstein files, accusations of bias, and cover-up congressional investigations. Easier to just say, we can't confirm, and let people decide. Genuinely being cautious. Maybe the DOJ is just being professionally careful, not overcommitting to unverified claims, maintaining investigative integrity, avoiding premature conclusions. My assessment? The DOJ's pushback is weak and doesn't undermine Reiter's credibility. Saying we're not aware of corroborating evidence is not the same as saying this is false. Let's focus specifically on Trump's warning about Ghislaine Maxwell, because this is incredibly significant. What Trump said about Maxwell in 2006, according to the FBI document, Trump told Police Chief Reiter, Maxwell was Epstein's operative, she is evil, and to focus on her. Why this is so important? Trump understood her role. In 2006, most people thought Maxwell was just Epstein's girlfriend or socialite friend. Trump specifically called her Epstein's operative. He knew she was running operations evil. Strong moral condemnation, focus on her. She's key to taking down the operation. Trump understood Maxwell's central role 15 years before she was arrested. Police didn't focus on her until much later. Despite Trump's warning in 2006, Maxwell was not charged in 2008. When Epstein was, she lived freely for 12 more years. She wasn't arrested until July 2020. She wasn't convicted until December 2021. If police had listened to Trump and focused on her in 2006, how many victims could have been saved? Trump saw through her Maxwell, presented herself as British socialite, daughter of media tycoon, Robert Maxwell, philanthropist, high society figure. But Trump saw her for what she really was, Epstein's recruiter and trafficker. What was Maxwell actually doing? We now know from her conviction that Maxwell recruited victims, approached vulnerable young girls, promised modeling, education, opportunities, targeted girls from troubled backgrounds, groomed victims, built trust, normalized sexual discussions, gradually desensitized them to abuse, facilitated abuse, brought girls to Epstein's properties, scheduled massages, actually abuse, sometimes participated in abuse herself, enabled the operation, managed Epstein's properties, coordinated logistics, paid off victims, threatened those who wanted to leave. Trump somehow knew this in 2006. How did Trump know? He saw her recruit someone. Trump says he was around Epstein when teenagers were present. Maybe he saw Maxwell recruiting or grooming a girl. Someone told him, maybe a victim or witness told Trump what Maxwell was doing. New York social circles knew. Trump said people in New York knew Epstein was disgusting. Maybe the role of Maxwell as his recruiter was an open secret among the wealthy elite. He heard it from Epstein himself. Epstein might have bragged about Maxwell finding girls for him. Trump's later comments on Maxwell. In 2020, after Maxwell was arrested, Trump said at a press conference, I wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach. I wish her well. This caused outrage. Critics said, why would you wish a sex trafficker well? But Trump defenders noted, Trump wishes everyone well, standard statement. Wishing someone well before trial is not endorsing them. Trump was avoiding prejudging before conviction. However, given that Trump called her evil to police in 2006, the I wish her well comment seems strange. Possible explanations. Trump was being diplomatic as president. Trump didn't want to prejudge ongoing case. Trump has a habit of saying, I wish them well, about everyone. Trump was signaling something, unclear what. The Maxwell family connection. Ghislaine's father, Robert Maxwell, was British media tycoon. Suspected Mossad agent, Israeli intelligence, died mysteriously in 1991, fell off yacht, had connections to intelligence agencies. Some theories suggest Ghislaine continued her father's intelligence work. Epstein's operation was a blackmail scheme. They recorded powerful men with underage girls, used videos for leverage, intelligence, if true. And if Trump knew this, calling her evil and warning police to focus on her makes even more sense. My analysis of the Maxwell warning. Trump's 2006 warning about Maxwell shows sophisticated understanding of Epstein's operation, correct identification of Maxwell as key player, moral clarity, calling her evil, attempted intervention, telling police to focus on her. If police had listened and focused on Maxwell in 2006, she might have been charged in 2008 with Epstein. The operation would have ended sooner. Dozens of girls might not have been trafficked. She continued for 12 plus more years. Trump was right about Maxwell. History proved it. History. All right, let me bring this entire story together. Newly released FBI documents show that President Trump called the Palm Beach Police Department in 2006 to thank them for investigating Jeffrey Epstein, warned them that Ghislaine Maxwell is evil and they should focus on her, and told police he got the hell out when he saw teenagers around Epstein. Former Police Chief Michael Reiter confirmed this to the FBI in 2019, corroborating Trump's longstanding claims that he banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago and cut ties when he learned about the abuse. Here are the key takeaways. First, the FBI document from Reiter's 2019 interview states Trump called in July 2006, saying, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this," showing Trump supported the investigation. Second, Trump specifically warned police that Maxwell was Epstein's operative and she is evil, telling them to focus on her 15 years before she was finally arrested and convicted. Third, Trump told Reiter he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present and got the hell out of there, corroborating his claim that he saw something inappropriate and immediately left. Fourth, Michael Reiter is a highly credible source as the police chief who personally led the Epstein investigation and later became a vocal critic of the cover-up that let Epstein off easy. Fifth, the DOJ pushed back saying they have no corroborating evidence of the call, but this is weak language that doesn't say it didn't happen, just that they haven't found other documentation. Sixth, multiple forms of corroboration exist, including Reiter's contemporaneous 2019 account, Trump's consistent public statements over years, attorney Bradley Edwards confirming Trump's cooperation in 2009, and the logical timeline. Seventh, Trump's warning to focus on Maxwell was prescient and correct as she was later convicted of sex trafficking, but police didn't charge her until 2020, 12 years after Epstein's first conviction. Eighth, these documents significantly challenge the narrative that Trump was complicit in Epstein's crimes, instead showing he actively tried to stop Epstein and expose Maxwell when the investigation began. Do these FBI documents prove Trump tried to stop Epstein, or is this convenient damage control? Why did police ignore Trump's warning to focus on Maxwell for 12 years? Is Reiter credible, or could he be misremembering? Why is the DOJ pushing back if the document came from their own files? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want continued coverage of the Epstein files as more documents are released and the truth about who knew what finally comes out, hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell. I'm Marcus Reed with Senate Decoded, uncovering the secrets they tried to bury. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.